Okay, welcome back to Poison Pants Plays the New York Times Crossword. This is for Saturday, November 20th. Saturday is always a long day. So let's go ahead and get started. Starting up here in the northwest, it looks like nothing pops easy. Yeah, there's a lot of options for those. The Grey's Anatomy one is not going to come. And let's just move on to the northeast. Or not, maybe. Yeah, I don't know Grey's Anatomy. No idea what that name is going to be. All right, so try northeast. What's going to... Nothing popping here, too. This one might be longer than I thought. We're going to give it a shot, though. We're going to give it a shot. Okay, so metric speed measure, kilometers per hour. This could also be kph, although in Europe, I think they mostly actually represent it as kmh, but we'll just keep that in the back of our head. Accepting an honor would probably start with the letter I. I thank you, sure, why not? What else do we have here? A drink, censor something might be X out. Not confident about that 13 down answer. And went quickly, it's going to be something up. That's going to be a P, but what exactly comes before the up? Ate up, eaten up, something. Okay, let's pop on. I'm going to sip my coffee. Foe of the Fighting Tigers. I really don't do teams all that well. So that one doesn't come. Ehud Olmert is the Prime Minister of Israel, was the Prime Minister of Israel. So we're going to have to kill I thank you, and that's going to be something else. I wonder if the I is still going to be in there, but we'll just see what that verb in the middle is. I something you. I something. I'm pretty sure it's Ehud Olmert. Let's just pull that out. Let's wait for a cross is what I should say. Let's wait for that cross to come through. All right, third most popular baby's girl's name. Who knows? Amy seems reasonable. Bet it ends or starts with an A. Okapi. So the antelope that come into puzzles are often Okapi, and the other one here is eland. So eland and Okapi are going to be in here. There's many other but those are the ones that have the most useful crossword letters. So you'll see kudu in an occasional puzzle, but eland, Okapi, eland especially, probably the most common one. Okay, so the COENbrothers, they come up a lot in puzzles as well, as usually pair directors. I didn't know that one of the Coens had directed a movie by himself, but there you go. I'm fairly confident about that answer. Don't know the symbols on flags. Algeria and Azerbaijan. Okay. Obviously the US, not the HMS Beagle. Ooh, whoops. I showed my American there for a second. The HMS Beagle was Darwin's ship. So I'm going to put in the ER, actually even the IER for the comparative term there. And what am I going to get here? One's late to work. Okay, so late is going to be a joke or an unusual definition of late. It's not going to be just regular late. The NBC theme, interesting. So GEC, I would have gone down. That's just a triad going down. But I guess it's the higher E in the middle that makes it the NBC tone. Okay, so that gives us crescents. That makes sense. 2 Muslim countries. And where are we? Sheltered place is a cove. Native of central Canada. Oh, various Native American tribes, or First Nations tribes, I should say, are worth learning because they come up in puzzles a lot. The Ute, the Otoe, the Inuit, which is actually an Alaska Native tribe rather than a First Nations tribe, I believe is the correct way to refer to the Inuit. But it's good to know these and actually even where they are geographically. Tech is something that I've only ever seen in crossword puzzles, and I really listen to a lot of old-time radio. It's one of my things, and I have never heard any of those people, Sam Spade or Philip Marlowe, referred to as a tech, but it's in crossword puzzles all the time, and you'll find it in the dictionary. I don't know where it comes from. Maybe mystery novels, I'm thinking of that era, use the word tech. I don't read the novels, I just listen to them, so who knows. You could do this. That's a nice long clue. A nice long answer. I wonder if it's actually the right one. Genre for the Dark Knight. It's something noir, maybe. I'm going to go with noir in the end there. And then Nas is the rapper. Let's see. Secretive things. Secretive things. I'm snapping my lips so much. I'm going to have to edit that out. Secretive things. No idea. All right. So coming back to it. Running gear. Name for animals. Cheetahs. Don't know. All right, carrying on. Legends. Lore comes to mind. Folklore. Not popping. Okay, so I got the noir down there, but I, for the life of me, couldn't tell you what kind of noir. I didn't know there were kinds of noir. So El Nino is our Pacific phenomenon. Pops in pretty easy. Good old non. It wasn't non in the puzzle like 2 days ago. No, it was Roti that time, I think, wasn't it? Reeboks is going to be the running gear. I wouldn't call it running gear. It's a brand. I was looking for something more like sneakers, but okay, fine. And we're going to change. You can do this to You've Got This. Legends, of course, are insets. Different kind of legend. That's the legend from a map, of course. Winter of Times Person of the Year. 2020. Don't know. It said co-winner. Interesting. So an almanac must be what we're looking for there. That drink is going to be something with sake. And Pac-Man. Pac. Let's get rid of the X. X is the second to last letter. Is not going to be a common ending. So let's drop that out. And I don't think it'll be X out. This will be I'm humbled. So the out is gone. So much for that extra preposition. Pac-Man opened up during an examination. Nope, nothing's coming. Let's move on. Always good to not dwell too long on one spot. You can carve a groove in your thinking. You have one part of speech for a certain clue, and you think, oh, it's got to be that, and you just don't let your brain move on. So let's move on. Neo-noir is what that Dark Knight is going to refer to. I don't love it. I guess it's okay. But whatever. Neo-noir. Maybe I'll Google that to see if it's really a thing or just a thing that the constructor invented. French phrase in bistro names. French phrase in bistro names. Oh, prêt à manger? Nothing. Ooh. I don't know that I know a common word to a lot of bistro names, but we'll see what comes with the crosses. Medieval servant. Well, there was the specific servant, the dead one that Hamlet picked up, so maybe this is Yorick. He was supposed to be sort of Hamlet's governess. Governess doesn't make sense because he was a man, but some sort of servant that took care of Hamlet when he was a baby, bounced him on his knee. I'm not certain about that Yorick, and I'm not certain about Rafa either because there's so many tennis stars, although not that many with nicknames, so we'll hope it's Rafael Nadal there. Where are we? Let's try the Northwest again. That sort of was put up big barriers right at the very beginning, but this feels like it's going to be sailed is certainly a possibility. Here's our long clue. It's a 12, sorry. So, it's, no, I thought I had it. Kamala Harris, of course. Kamala Harris, and she was a joint winner because, of course, the other winner would have been Joe Biden. Now, Kamala, the Person of the Year, of course, has to be said, is not an honor. I don't know why people call it winning it. I, in fact, just said winning Person of the Year. Times Person of the Year is the most significant personage of that year, and a lot of really horrible people, including Hitler and Stalin, have been granted that. The win thing is going to be kite, fly a kite, flew a kite for the past tense. So Person of the Year does not necessarily mean that it's some sort of prize. In fact, often it is not. Not to get too political about it, but it can also be very negative. Okay, extra mile, and looks like we're going to drop the Northwest here. Incorrect, just it isn't. That's a little bit of a dicey clue, but on a Saturday you have to stretch as a constructor a little bit. Part of an equine bloodline is the sire and the dam are the stallion and the mare. Song sung before hey, hey, goodbye. And Meredith's sister will go with Lexi. I don't know Grey's Anatomy. Maybe I should watch it. Renovator. Huh. Okay, I like that as a clue. It kind of plays with the other possible definition, and it turns the definition around a little bit for the clue. So yeah, no, I'll go with Renovator. Well, so we got alpha male, and it looks like the Northeast is going to drop here. Texas A&M maybe is the foe. So once again, college sports teams, any sports teams, not my strong suit. My daughter does these. I don't know that multicolored hair effect. But move on. Malts from the fountain, sensor, don't know. Oh, let's call it the sake bomb, and then Bama. Bama, of course, it's always Bama. Alabama. Multicolored hair effects. Ombres. Okay, there we go. Sensor, bleep out, and make out is a spy. So once again, playing on the two possible definitions for make out by using the one that means to see something from a distance and not the one that means to kiss someone. Century of note. Centuries don't really get names, so I'm going to go with that's going to be 100 of somebody. But I don't know where the K comes from. Let's get rid of Rafa because I wasn't certain about that. And let's maybe get rid of Yorick because Milord feels better here. And Yorick was always sort of iffy. What kind of servant? Okay, yeoman servant. And that gives us, the model. I think maybe she's Somali, I think, or Ethiopian, some East African. And fearless, nope, don't have it. French phrase, a la mode. I don't think that's a name in bistros. Tennis star is going to be Rafa. Can't type. And let's get fearless. Century of note is 100 of the senators. Yep, just as I thought. Senators makes more sense. Sao Paulo and other places in South America, places that speak Portuguese, use Sao instead of San. You'll need to know that. That comes in more often than you think. À la maison. Is that on the house or of the house? The house specialty, I think maybe. Yeah, that rings a sort of bell. So there we go. And just to give it a quick once over for an idiot check, yes, there we go. So 12:56, which is 10 minutes better than my average. That's feels pretty good, actually. Let's take a look at this grid and see what we get. All right, let's take a look at this grid. Nothing really jumps out at me. I like sake bomb, although I've never had one. I sort of can see where that's a real thing. KAMALAHARRiS is nice to see there. And no real tricks. Iman, I should know Iman. She's a well-known person. Arwen and Tolkien in the same grid is interesting, and especially because they're not linked. Usually constructors will link clues like that. So maybe 35 across his creation or something like that would be a clue for Arwen. That would be a terrible clue for Arwen. That would be horrible, but something along those lines. Century to mean 100 things, and actually frequently 100 senators is something that comes up fairly frequently. And then Lexi, I don't like 14 across. Grey's Anatomy is a little bit thin for a cultural reference to be in puzzles, but maybe it's not. I guess I should know better. The name Ava is the third most common girl's name in America right now. That's an interesting choice as well. I don't love a spy, but the only other option is to clue it as the ESPN prize, the sports TV prize, which I probably like even less. So yeah, no, I like this. Pretty clean grid, and it dropped pretty fast. 10 minutes or so, under 10 minutes for a Saturday is pretty pleasing. All right, thanks everybody. I will see you on Monday. Bye now.